Katie Schneider here, or Miss Schneider as most of you know me as. I am the youngest of four, so I have a sister, Kayla. She's 12 years older than me. Micah's 10 years older, and then Josiah is 3 years older. I think my parents had 3 to 4 miscarriages in between. That's why there's so many gaps. But yeah, the baby of the family. I got saved at the age of 5 at my house. My whole family is homeschooled, so it was just a normal day. And I just remember asking my mom, hey, how can I know for sure that I'm going to heaven? And she showed me on the brown couch downstairs. I got saved. A few weeks later, I got baptized in my church. And the thing I remember about that is I was too short to see over the baptistry. And it was great because I hate speaking in front of adults or being seen in front of adults. And so I was like, I'm clear, nobody's going to see me. And then my pastor picked me up and showed. And I was like, oh no, they can all see me. Here we go. But then that was obviously salvation, showing everybody that I got saved. And then a few years later, when I was 9, I got reassurance of my salvation. And I don't really know the sin that changed from being 5 years old to 9, but it must have been there. And I asked my pastor, it was a Wednesday night, and I just asked him, how can I know for sure that I really am going to heaven and I don't have to doubt it anymore? And he quickly showed me some verses from the Bible, and I got saved. And that's when I say I got saved, when I was 9 years old. Got baptized again after that, and then that's kind of my salvation testimony. It's real quick. I was raised in a Christian home. My parents were the first ones saved out of all of my family, so I'm a second-generation Christian. A lot of my family's Catholic, so we get to be around lots of different scenes and to kind of be the light there. My parents got saved later in life. They were already married, had a couple that was inviting them to church, and so my parents got saved in their 20s. My dad went to Maranatha for a year, and then since my dad went for a year, my mom asked all of us kids to go at least for a year. So my plan was to go for 1, and then honestly I kind of wanted just to go for 2, and then it turned into 4. Transitioning into college was good. Freshman year is obviously super exciting. You don't know what to expect. You don't know anybody that's going there, and obviously going so far from home is scary, but it's fun. It's exciting. So freshman year is pretty easy. Sophomore year was, I think, when it hit home a little bit more. I think that's when I decided that I was going to stay for 4 years. A lot of my freshman friends actually ended up either not coming back, or your crowd just kind of changes after freshman year. So sophomore year, I got 4 brand new friends that all graduated within 3 years. So they literally graduated with me, and that's what I was praying for, was that I didn't have to graduate alone, I guess, so to speak. So they graduated early, which made my 4th year graduate with them. Going to school in California, obviously there's not a lot of people that are from California that go to that school, I feel like. So I have friends all over the U.S., and I love summertime so that I can go visit them and just see their churches and where they're serving in ministry too. What brought me to Faith Baptist, I went to West Coast Baptist College and stayed there for 4 years, got my education in elementary. And I remember, if you know anything about West Coast, they have a huge interview day. And I interviewed, I think, at 9 different places. A couple of different schools flew me out to different states while I was there. It was a great experience. But it kind of came down to 2 different options, here in Wisconsin or North Carolina. And I was on the phone with both pastors, and I was asking, why should I come there? And I remember Pastor Noonan, he said, we need you here. And that was done for me, and I was like, okay, I'll go there. And so I've been here for 5 years, going on 6. I did not think I would ever be a teacher. I was homeschooled my whole life, K4 through 12th grade, and honestly did not like it at all. I am very much an extrovert, and I like to be around people, and I got nothing when I was in school. So I went to college thinking that I'm going to come out and teach my kids if I need to, but also the Lord just totally used that through those 4 years, and I love working with kids, so if that means teaching them every day, being a teacher, you kind of have to keep yourself accountable because you're the light to all of those kids.